A body recomposition is when you burn fat and build muscle at the same time. We do this by having a 200 to 300 calorie deficit, make sure we're eating enough protein in that calorie deficit, and make sure that we're strength training 4 to 5 times a week. The only thing is that I'm getting a ton of messages on what workout split do I do? What's the perfect workout split to ensure that you're building muscle and burning fat at the same time? Well, let's talk about it. Back when I was overweight, I tried almost every workout split, from full body to bro split to just going into the gym and messing around, not really know what you're doing, and pretty much second guessing everything that you're doing. And honestly, I wasn't making any gains until I found the PPL split. Push, pull, legs. It made it way easier for me to track my progress, and it was sustainable and efficient for me. Doing push, pull, legs is going to allow you to hit each muscle group twice a week to maximize muscle growth, which is important especially when you're in a small calorie deficit trying to do a body recomposition. This allows me to focus on my compound lifts while still getting enough volume in my accessory lifts. It also helps separate movements so that you can recover better. And it is very flexible to the point where you could do it 3 times a week, 5 times a week, or even 6 times a week. So let me break down the split and how I do it. So for me, I like to start my split off with a push day. I plan my push days to properly hit my chest, my shoulders, and my triceps. The reason behind this is because your shoulders and triceps are already getting hit on any pressing movement that you're doing. For example, a bench press, an incline press, a push-up. All 3 of those workouts are using all 3 muscle groups: your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. So you might as well plan your push day to properly hit all 3 of them right. We'll start off with a regular bench press, and then we'll jump into an incline bench press, and then kick that off with the shoulder press. And then after that shoulder press, we'll go hit some dips. If you can't do dips yet, maybe you have like a weighted dip machine at your gym, or if you could just do some tricep push downs, that is going to be the best regression for you so that you're still getting that same exact movement, so that you can progressive overload over time and eventually do normal body weight dips. But you see, every workout that I just listed, your triceps were getting work in tax. Your triceps were working on the bench press, your triceps were working on the incline bench press, and they were working on the dips or push downs, whichever one you did. So you might as well finish the job and get some tricep extension pull downs in there to really hit the triceps. They're already there, they're already pumped, so just finish the job. Your shoulders were getting worked on those dips, your shoulders got worked on the shoulder press. You might as well do some lateral raises to finish the job. And that's 3 working sets for your shoulders, that's 3 working sets for your triceps, and then you can do one last chest movement to make sure you get that 3rd working set for your chest. For example, do the pec deck, or do a seated chest press, or do some push-ups. So that's how I plan my push day. And then we follow that push day with the leg day. The reason why we do a leg day after our push day is to give our upper body a break so that it can recover for our pull day, which comes after our leg day. On my leg day, I do like to train my core as well. I think that's the best day to train your core because you're only working 1 muscle group that day. So you might as well make it 2 and throw in some core. I feel like you just have a little more energy to get those core movements out of the way right after that leg day. Anyways, with this day, your first movement should always be a squat movement. It doesn't have to be a barbell squat. You could do front squats with a dumbbell, or you could do box squats, but make sure you're doing a squatting movement. Everyone squats. It is a primary movement that you do every day in your life, so make sure you squat. And then after that squatting movement, I like to do some RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. This one is really gonna hit the hamstrings. I love RDLs. They are my #1 hamstring grower, and you get a crazy lower back pump too, so it's like a 2-in-1, and I love RDLs. And then after my RDLs, I like to follow that up with a leg extension. This is because I want to give my hamstrings a break and just tax my quads. I still think that leg extension is the #1 quad builder. Like, my quads just explode from leg extension. It's the leg extension, like it's the #1 quad builder. It's the #1 quad builder. You can build some big ass legs without it, like you can, it's true. And then after the leg extension, I want to go into a leg curl or some lunges to further hit my hamstrings a little more. And then after that, we follow it up with some calf raises. These can either be standing or seated. I like them standing, but either one's gonna be fine. And then make sure that you're doing your 2 core movements after that, whether that be planking, some mountain climbers, some crunches, some sit-ups. There's a bunch of core movements you can do, so don't skip your core. Really try to incorporate your core after your leg day. I think that's the best day to do it. Alright, so after our leg day is our pull day. Pull day is going to be mainly back focused, but I do like to hit my biceps on my pull day as well. I always save them towards the end though, and then I do all of my back workouts first. So let's jump into it. So first off, I like to kick my pull day off with the deadlift. I am a big advocate for deadlifting. I think it's something everyone should do. And I'm not talking about PRing with like 5 plates and like back-breaking deadlifts, doing them with dumbbells, doing them with a hex bar. Just doing some variation of a deadlift is gonna be so beneficial for your fundamentals, for everything. And then after my deadlifts, I like to jump into some pull-ups. Now, not everyone can do pull-ups. You could do them on the assisted pull-up machine if you have one. If you don't have one, then you can go to the lat pull down, which is the best regression for it. Lat pull down's great. I love the lat pull down. Like, you could build a wide back with just doing lat pull down. Make sure you do them with the wide bar. I think the wider you go is better. You want a wide grip for a wide back. Like, close grips are beneficial too. I actually jump into a close grip after my wide grip and get some close grip, not only to hit my inner back more, but also if you have any muscle imbalances or if one of your lats are smaller than the other, this is a great way to even them out. I do pull-ups, and then I do lat pull down wide grip, and then I do lat pull down close grip, all after deadlifting. And then after that, I jump into a rowing movement. I start doing barbell rows because I love barbell rows, but you don't have to do barbell rows. You could do them seated on the machine or on the cable machine. I think I get a crazy back pump that way. Just make sure you're doing them properly. You want to make sure that you have a bent over flat back. A lot of people curl that and you're just gonna hurt yourself. So after those 4 back movements, you then want to jump into some arms. You want to at least do 2 exercises for your biceps, and you want them to be hypertrophy based. You don't want to be ego lifting like the 40s or 45s. Like, we want to get some volume in here. We want to get some hypertrophy and try to grow the size of the arm. Especially when we're doing this body recomposition in a calorie deficit. Like, all hypertrophy matters. Anything that we can get with leaving nothing on the table, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it every single time. So for biceps, just 2 curling movements. You could do some alternate dumbbell curls, you could do some barbell curls, you could do some cable curls. Just make sure that you're doing 2 bicep movements and get 3 to 4 working sets out of each one to really go for hypertrophy, 10 to 12 reps, really train for the size of the muscle. Also, make sure that after every lift, you're doing 30 minutes of cardio. Cardio is not only beneficial for losing fat, but you gotta train your heart. You gotta train your lungs. Having stronger lungs and a stronger heart is gonna better help you put on some muscle and burn fat. It's gonna help you feel better. But yeah, the flexibility of this split is actually insane. Like, you could literally do it 3 days on and then take a day off. You could do it 4 days on, take a day off. You could do it 5 days on, take a day off. You could do it 6 days on, take a day off. It's all about how your body feels and your fitness experience. Like, this split's insane. It's my all-time favorite split, and it's something that I still run to this day. And like I said, you won't see any results if your diet's shit. So you want to make sure you're in that 200 to 300 calorie deficit, and you want to ensure that you're getting enough protein to prevent muscle breakdown and force your body to burn fat for fuel. That is another huge reason why we want to maximize our days in the gym, combined with the calorie deficit and the high protein intake. Now, in terms of other aspects of the body recomposition, I did drop a long form video breaking down in depth on how to do a proper body recomposition. If you have any questions, check it out and I'll link it at the end of this video, and I'll put it in the description just to give you a more in-depth kind of guide on how to do a body recomposition. I think this is the perfect split, PPL, push-pull legs, to keep you in the gym 4 to 6 times a week while in that 200 to 300 calorie deficit and eating a high protein diet. I think if you got all that dialed in, you'll be burning fat and building muscle in no time. But with that being said, if you have any questions, drop a comment, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll shoot it up here. And drop a like and subscribe. I'll catch you all later. I hope you all lock in, and peace.